Hi, my name is David, and I'm submitting this video on behalf of my ISSA Strength and Conditioning Final. The program that I will be presenting is a bodybuilding program for a bodybuilding athlete, specifically a chest workout, because I feel that the chest is probably a centerpiece in men's bodybuilding competitions. I am fairly new at it. I am getting into the sport more. I feel that's something that I could really have a passion in, and I like to pursue it a lot more. I like to do some more shows as time goes on. But for now, I'm going to go through a bulking chest program that I designed. Shortened it a little bit for video constraints, but it's going to fall between the 3 to 5 set range, 8 to 12 reps, so we can achieve muscle hypertrophy, so we can get our muscles bigger, and then we'll lean out for the stage when it comes time. So without further ado, here's the video. All right, so we're gonna start this video off with some stretching. I like to stretch to get my muscles warmed up, to prepare myself for the lifts that I'm about to do. I'll try to stretch around the area that I'm gonna work out the most. So since we're doing chest today, I'm gonna start with arm circles. That's gonna loosen up the shoulders. It's gonna loosen up the chest a little bit, gonna get my blood flowing in the arms. And then I'm gonna do arms across, which basically helps stretch out the pectoral muscles and even more so the shoulders, because the main lift that we're going to be doing is the bench press. And that's going to incorporate the chest, the triceps, and shoulders all in one. So I want to make sure those are nice and warm. Here I'm about to do some body weight squats. This primarily is to work a larger muscle group such as my legs to increase the blood flow all throughout my body, and then next we're going to move into the actual workout. Here I'm going to do a tricep stretch. We will be working the triceps as well as doing a burnout at the end of the workout. All right, the first move in this workout is the barbell bench press. And what I like to do here is I like to warm up with the bar. This gives me a feel for the bar weight, the bar size, because you can run into different sizes and weights, and it can throw you off if you just start loading it up with weights and you're not familiar with the bar and how heavy it is. And I'm going to speed through the rest times. All right, here I'm gonna position myself under the bar. I'm gonna have hands about shoulder length apart, maybe a little bit wider. I'm gonna lift the bar up off of the holders, and I'm gonna slowly go down, stop for a split second, and then push back up. This is a slow and controlled movement, breathing all the while doing it. And so as you lower the bar, breathe in. As you push the bar up, breathe out. When performing the barbell bench press, you want to make sure your back is flat against the bench, shoulder blades retracted slightly, and your feet flat against the floor, and your butt also flat against the bench. This will help keep your spine in line You also don't want to bounce the bar on your chest. Don't want to use your momentum to lift the weight, because then your arms and chest aren't really doing that much work, and you want to make sure that you're maximizing the benefit of the exercise. Another thing to note while doing the barbell bench press is don't excessively arch your back. I see a lot of guys do this and it's not very beneficial or proper form. A slight arch is okay, and on really heavy lifts you may need to arch it a little bit more, but try to keep it more flattened than arched. Another thing to note is you want to keep the bar horizontal. You don't want one arm leaning to the left or right to cause it to do more work than the other one. Here you see me using my notebook. I like to log my workouts because I like to progress in weights or reps. So I will usually track the amount of weight that I've lifted for the week, depending on the exercise, usually just for the main lifts. And next week or the week after, I try to increase that by 2.5 to 5 pounds, or just do another rep or two just to see if I can push myself a little bit harder to force my muscles to grow. All right, the next exercise is the dumbbell tricep extensions with some drop sets. The first thing you want to do is get a warm-up set in because it's the first isolation exercise of the triceps. So while they were being worked with the bench press, they were not the prime mover. So I like to do a warm-up set with a little bit lighter weight. For this exercise, as far as form goes, you want to keep your feet about shoulder width apart. You want to keep your core tight, and you want to hold the weight behind your head. Then you want to slowly raise the dumbbell overhead, squeezing the triceps at the top of the movement while the arms are fully extended. Your palms should face the ceiling and your elbows should face forward. Slowly bend the elbows. Only your arms should remain in place until the weight has been lowered behind your head. Here I am again using my notebook to make sure that I'm tracking my reps, my sets, my weight, because again, in another week or two, I'd love to go up in weight to keep progressing. Keep in mind, this is an isolation exercise, so you are going to have to use a lighter weight to control the movement and have better form throughout. You don't want to sacrifice form because you want to lift a heavier weight. This will target the tricep to help increase strength in the chest and shoulder exercises as well. Alright, now we move on to the incline dumbbell press. For this exercise, you want to have the bench about a 30 to 45 degree angle. The steeper the angle, it works more at the top of your chest and the shoulders rather than the mid to upper chest. For this set, I'm doing one warm-up workout and then the rest will be working sets. For this move, you want to make sure your core is braced and you exhale as you press the dumbbells up. You want to pull your shoulder blades back and slightly stick out your chest. Keep the elbows close to the sides as the dumbbells come down. When you lower the dumbbell, make sure it is level or almost level with the chest. You want to maintain a neutral or long spine and not arch your back too much either. Make sure that your feet remain flat on the floor. As you bring the weight down, breathe in, and as you push up, breathe out. Sometimes on the incline dumbbell bench press, I like to superset it with either a plate press or other movements, but for now we're just going to keep it simple with the incline bench press. Alright, this is the close grip barbell bench press. This is probably one of my favorite chest tricep exercises. As you can see, since we're already good and warm, I don't have to test with just the bar. I already know how it feels, so I already have weight on it. This exercise is great for overloading the triceps and being able to lift heavier weight with them because you have the support of the chest. Just like on the standard barbell bench press, you want to make sure your back is flat on the bench and your feet are flat on the floor, shoulder blades are tucked back and drawn into each other. You want to keep your elbows close to the sides, bring the bar down to the sternum, and emphasize the triceps when you push up. If you're at home or you don't have access to a gym, another variation to this exercise is a diamond push-up. Basically, you put your hands in the form of a diamond on the shape of floor and just do some push-ups. Alright, this exercise is the cable chest fly. This is also another one of my favorites because it's very versatile. The weights can, or the cables can move up or down to work different angles of the chest. Right now I'm just going to keep it simple and just keep them at the midline to do a regular cable fly. Whenever you grab the cables, pull forward a little bit and keep a slight bend in your elbows. Maintain some tension in the abs and don't arch your lower back excessively. Keep constant tension on the pecs. And here what I've done is I've set the cable slightly below chest line. As I do cable flies, I bring my arm slightly up to squeeze the chest. This exercise is a great alternative if you experience joint discomfort on the regular bench press. Try to put your wrists together to get a full stretch and pause before slowly returning to outstretched arms. Alright, this will be my burnout set for the tricep pushdowns. Sometimes I'll do it, sometimes I don't. I try to keep it to once a week so I don't get too tired or burnt out. And what I'll do is I'll start about 45, 55 pounds. Try to do 5 to 10 reps and then immediately switch it over. Go down to the next lowest weight. Do 5 or 10 reps, as many as I can, and then switch over to the next lowest weight. And I'll do that until I get all the way to the top. And of course, the lighter it gets, the more reps I'll try to rep out. I try to get 50, sometimes I'll get 100, depending on how tired I am. So that's what I do for the tricep burnout on chest day. As you can see here, I lower the weight about every 5 or 10 reps, depending how many I can get with good form. Alright, this is the cool down stretch. Usually after you get done working out a major muscle group like the chest or legs, blood tends to pool and stay in that area, so I like to do a cool down stretch to get the blood flow back into the rest of the body. You definitely want to do that if you get nauseous after working out, because sometimes the blood may stay there longer than needed and it could make you feel a little lightheaded. So I just like to get the blood flowing all around back into the rest of the body, and that way I can feel better after my workout. This is also a good opportunity to stretch other body parts as well, because you have been fully warmed up after a workout and your muscles are more receptive to being stretched, being as warm as they are. So this is a good opportunity to stretch muscles that are usually tighter than normal, even though you didn't work them out. Alright, for this last chest stretch, I like to put my arm against a bar or a wall so I can get a deeper stretch in my chest. Sometimes for a cool down, I will do some cardio, usually 5 or 10 minutes, depending on the season that I'm in. But as it approaches a show, I will do more and more cardio. As I'm trying to bulk up for the season, I will do less and less cardio. This concludes my video. Thank you for watching, and I hope it was informative for you.